Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so I'm going to do this single storyline, and then after this, I'm still going to post a couple of zodiac reads. My schedule has still been wonky, guys, but it's an influx. All right, some days it's perfect, some days it's funky. We just roll. For this single storyline, we don't talk about exes in this one. I mean, sometimes we have a brief reference, but for the most part, the single storylines are intended to look at things other than exes and sometimes not even touch on romance. So I feel like I want to start with this deck, and I think this deck. Okay, so for some reason, obviously, I'm having trouble. Also, I'm still limited on space, so I have to figure out where to set everything. But I'm having trouble deciding which of these three decks. The fact that there's three that I want, maybe there's three branches of thoughts for somebody, maybe there's three areas of interest for someone. Hey guys, so nice to have you. Welcome everybody. We are starting out with the Four of Swords. Okay, so, and this is in the position of needing to heal. This is even, as this doesn't sound very nice, but some things we don't necessarily heal from. Sometimes we just go, that sucked, that hurt, and that's a lesson that I will always continue to carry with me. And I want to honor that energy, even though that's a tough message, because there are things that I've gone through in my life, and they're never going to not have happened to me. It's never going to be a time where it's like, oh, that's barely remember it. No, there are some things they shaped me, they changed me permanently in my life. Now, does that mean that it's a glaring open wound? Not at all. And does it mean that I didn't come back stronger for it? Not at all. But this does say there are some things that they stay with us. And so I think that it's good to honor the things that really change us in this lifetime. And it was a hurtful thing that changed somebody. But you know what? We've got a Nine of Pentacles coming up next. And this Nine of Pentacles this is not just coming back stronger. This is a Nine of Pentacles that says, I'm sorry, I hope you guys don't hear my dog barking out there right now, but he's protecting us at the moment. So forgive me for the extra noise if you hear that. But back to our story here. This is a Nine of Pentacles that says, I'm not just here feeling abundant. I'm abundant enough that I could actually trust sharing my life with someone. You notice normally a Nine of Pentacles is a card of single, independent, I got me. But you know what? When we really are single, independent, and we got that vibe of I got me, that's also when we go, yeah, and I got enough to share with somebody else too. Why? Because I always got me. I'm good. I have built myself into such a powerhouse. I have so much self-confidence that I can share my life with another. This is somebody who's not going to be single long, but again, this is an aspect that we still need to probably touch upon. To have a wound that has actually given us that much confidence, that means it was an important wound, as strange as that may sound. And while I don't want to dwell on wounds, it's because of the benefit that we got out of it. I think it is worthy that we're going to pull a card on that. Hold on. It's time for a sip. I feel like this is significant. So we're going to look at three areas of life, no matter what, because like I said, I have three decks that I wanted to use. This wound had something to do with, talk about the I got me kind of vibe. This was a time in a character's life where they literally had nothing. They had no one for support. They had the bare minimum of money, finances, maybe even food to eat. They had no one other than the most simple things in life, and that is where they found themselves. Does it hurt that they maybe were left high and dry, maybe abandoned? Maybe there was somebody that should have protected this person. Maybe this was, I say we don't talk about exes here, and we're not really, but we are paying homage to the reason our character is as stable as they are today is because out of a time where there was I'm going to say a total breakdown. Like I didn't have money. I didn't have friends. I didn't have family. I didn't have anything around me. I felt pretty abandoned, even maybe by the universe. And, in the middle of that might have gone on for a while, but one step in front of the other, I kept rebuilding myself. One step in the other, I kept finding a way to bring happiness into my life. And I found like somewhere in my darkest moments is also where I found like we can't see the stars as brightly unless we're in the darkest skies, right? And I almost feel like that's the example of what this character went through. I was in the darkest point of my life, and that is actually where I found the things that are most important, the most valuable. Because that Seven of Pentacles, you look at her, and she's got grapes and she's got some flowers, and she's by herself and she's cracking up, laughing, enjoying these grapes. This is a different form of abundance than it would have been on this side, where this woman is basically living a life of ease. She has abundance all around her, and she's bored, stiff, and miserable because she's not actually satisfied. In this character, they found true satisfaction in their darkest of moments. And I think that's why we have, like, this is a comeback story by like a huge amount, but we are just going to, for all those individuals out there who are who they are today because of the suck that they went through, well done. That's what I would say. That's why we're bothering to pay tribute to that moment, because it's like this might be a moment where this character needs to stop and reflect and go, wow, I feel so amazing today. I remember though, this is who I was. This is what was done to me. And then I'm the one who pieced myself back together. And in those darkest nights, that's where I saw the brightest stars. And those stars happen to have been the things that I built into my life. So well done. Well done. So I think that's an important message. All right, now let's move into the next deck. Because like I said, I couldn't decide. I wanted 3 decks. We're going to go, oddly, we're going to use the first deck that I chose last. I don't know why. It's just how I feel. I want to mix it up. Hey guys, thank you everybody who's hanging out here. It is so awesome to see all of you. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, so second deck, we've got 3 cards. We have Judgment. We have the 7 of Wands. And we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so remember, Judgment card, all too often we put it in the context of like romance. Oh, people are going to get back together. Doesn't have to be that at all. It's where we call judgment on situations. It's where we are deciding, our lead character is saying, what fits in my life and what doesn't. I'm going to make really good evaluation about what I'm going to allow in and what I'm not. And the 7 of Wands, yes, it can be about what I'm going to defend myself against, but the 7 of Wands is more along the lines of there are things in this lifetime that are going to test me. And those tests are going to make me, basically, they're going to strengthen me physically. They're going to strengthen me emotionally. They're going to strengthen me mentally. So maybe these things are obstacles that are almost meant to help me develop. And I'm judging how much, when am I done? When have I reached the end of certain lessons? Because these are obstacles that we face and then we overcome them. And then we sometimes we have to decide when to quit practicing our skills and say, all right, I've spent enough time there. I've mastered that. I'm going to move on now. I've got what I could out of that set of life lessons. Now, I think that this is evaluating all kinds of pieces of our life. And you notice, because the next card is a 3 of Wands, there are only 3 things that we need to take with us. So we had 7, but we're letting go of 4 major things in our life. Now, it's only because we are being wise enough to evaluate. This could also be who comes with us and who does not. This could be a turning point in somebody's life where they go, friends who maybe they have helped me to grow. Maybe it wasn't always because we had the easiest of times. Maybe this is a boss. Maybe this is even a sibling. Maybe this is a family member. Maybe this is friends. Maybe this is lovers. There's out of a group of 7, there might only be 3 that I really know are going to continue on into my future with me. Maybe I'm going to kind of let go of a couple of people in my life, not because they're bad, not because I'm good, just because I've learned the things that I was going to learn in those relationships. And at this point, if my life is actually simpler without, that sounds really harsh. That sounds really rude, but I think we all outgrow situations, and that's what we see with this character. And they're making a judgment call on what to bring with them, what to revive, and what to release. And the thing is, it's important because this person is looking at their future and they have something that's coming in for them. Their future is arriving and this character knows it. I have change on the horizon. I have places I need to go. I have life that I need to live. So there are certain people that are either not going to be supportive. This could be something major. This is not just maybe about, oh, money is coming in for me and my, my circumstances are going to change. And this could be like, I'm going to be pursuing a new facet of my character, and not everyone's going to be supportive of that. And I don't really want to surround myself with 4 friends that are going to mock me for it. This is like, hey, I want to pursue a music career. And there are sometimes people are not super supportive when you're breaking away from a norm and you're reaching for the stars. You're following your ship. You're following, breaking out and doing something not everybody does. It can be really a damper if we have people that are always in our ear, basically making fun of us for trying to reach for the stars. So if we have people doing that, we may be saying, it's not that I don't love those people, but I don't want to have to keep defending my position on why I'm doing this. People who really want you to succeed are going to be supportive and be like, this is awesome. Like, what can I do to help? Or this is awesome. I'll be at every show, like, how are things going with your pursuit of the record label? How is this going? There are going to be people that are supportive. And I feel like our character is making decisions about who is supporting my journey in life. Now, again, it's equally as important to have people who, give it to you straight, not just, cheerleaders who are like, yay, everything you do is great. It's good to have people that go, whoa, no, that, no, you're better than this. Don't spend your time on that. You could do this and it'll be an easier path and you deserve to be more successful. Like, everybody needs that friend who's going to say, hell no, you're not going out in that outfit. That looks awful. I don't care if it's trendy. That ain't you. It's good to have that kind of friend too. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about people that we have to defend our very position with, not friends who razz us because they love us and they want to see us looking as foxy and fly as hell. And that's why they're not letting us out of the house, that ugly, potato sack we were about to wear. That's not what we're talking about. Those are the people we're going to choose to keep around us, people that inspire us, that protect us, that push us to do and be our best, but support us all the way. There's something here about really evaluating, what do I take with me? And for some reason, I keep feeling like this is about people, and I feel like it, and that sounds so judgy, and I hope I'm describing this in the right way because I don't mean it in a nasty way. The reason I'm saying it is because we're really talking about individuals. Like, who is our core group? Who are the people, now that we see who supports and who doesn't, who's there for you and when your nose is running and you're looking disgusting and they come over because they know you're sick and they're bringing you Kleenex and oranges. Like, who is that? And who are the fair weather friends who are also just jealous? Because I think we're getting rid of jealous fair weather friends and we're sticking with the real people. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Again, super straightforward, super honest with ourselves as much as with others. I'm only going to have people around me that give it to me straight, that I can give it to them straight as well. But there's love and there's support, because the Queen of Swords is wonderful. Queen of Swords is not nasty, not mean, but also doesn't necessarily mince words, doesn't lie, doesn't waste her time nor anyone else's, because she respects people enough to know, I can give it to you straight and you'll give it back to me straight, but it's always with love. It's always with respect. This is how we grow in life. We get people around us that we can be open and honest with, and they're going to give us genuine feedback. I'm lucky. I have a family that's very much like that. I mean, man, do we rumble sometimes because we do not see eye to eye on a ton of stuff. But at the end of the day, I have a few key people in my life that will tell me off and also tell me, like, I'm on your side while they're telling me off. So it's I get that. That makes sense to me, but I don't know if I've said that very gracefully. All right, let's go into the third message here for this singles reading. We have got, again, 3 cards. Hold on, I'm running out of space. 3 cards, and this is interesting. We have a Death card, we have the King of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's time for a major transformation. It's not like we haven't seen this kind of story before, but this is a little bit, it's a little bit stronger message. the me that I used to be. This is the character that I'm speaking for right now. The me that I used to be would have settled for a very different quality of person in the past. What I thought a romance could look like, was supposed to look like, or what I would have allowed it to look like is nothing like what I want anymore. I don't want romance that is bringing out the worst traits in one another. I don't think romance has to be hard anymore. That's a major mindset to change. And I really, really like the fact that we see such a major shift. This is saying, I'm okay putting an end to my old thought patterns about, like, well, romance always has to be difficult, or, there are times when, if we listen to a lot of books or we watch a lot of movies, there's always going to be intrigue and drama because it makes for an interesting storyline, right? But if we imagine that our life is supposed to have those moments of like, okay, so I'm going to meet someone, fall in love with them, they're going to hold back from me, then I'm going to have to get upset, and then we're going to have this runner chaser dynamic, and that's what I've been conditioned for. It's what I see in movies. It's those moments where somebody has to come in the 11th hour and sweep me off my feet at the end of it, and then tell me that they love me, or I have to do that for them, or I have to fight for them or win them, and blah blah blah. If that was something that was acceptable in someone's mind in the past, that is not acceptable to them anymore. It's a major change. And it's a change. The reason I'm putting it in that context is because this is not good dynamics. This is strife. This is struggle. Instead of being open and loving, and instead of feeling safe and respected, these two were in their worst energy fields. They were clashing, bringing out the worst. The more someone won't show an individual that they love them, even if they do, the more that frustrates and hurts the other character, that makes them bitter and makes them, say rude things or makes them clam up. And it's just, this is like unnecessary drama. It's poor communication because of lack of emotional expression. We don't have to do that anymore. That's what our character is recognizing, because this death card is in the upright, Scorpio energy. I don't want the behaviors of the past. I don't want relationships with that dynamic anymore. I don't want to be whichever person I was in the past is not who I'm going to be in my upcoming relationships. Instead, I'm going to, the lilies can represent long-term commitment. They can represent real sense of like stability and I don't want to say it, like a cooperative energy. And you notice the only reason that these lilies are growing up out of her and coming out of her abdomen, this is like from her gut, she's making this decision. The death that happened was inside. So this is somebody who got hurt badly, probably time and again. But out of all of that loss that they experienced, which right now we are talking about the aspect of relationship, out of everything that I lost, what it was strengthening in me is that my gut reaction was, why have I kept picking things that were so hard? I don't want things that are this hard. What if I say, I don't accept relationships that are immediate dynamics like that I kept slipping into? What if I change the script? What if I change my acceptance of who my partner is going to be? And it seems like she's finally gotten to the point where, I mean, look at how content she is. She's looking right at a butterfly. She has set her sights on, I'm changing things, because I actually, in my gut, I do believe that things can be stable and they can be long term. But I had to let that old idea die inside of me. And so the death happened inside, but in a really good way, right? Now, it could have also come out of hurt, though. Like I could have died 1,000 times from all the hurt that I've been through. And yet out of that, I finally got to the truth of it, which is, it doesn't have to be this way. So we've got a character changing their inner dialogue and changing their external world because of the inner dialogue shift. This is a very powerful character in every area of their life. They are, I said this earlier, I think by the way, we're going to go for one last deck here. I said this earlier it was either the bonus message. I can't remember. It was a bonus message or it was the today's topic for the 23rd. But somebody who wants to, they have become the shot caller of their own life. They are the person where they're calling the shots. I'm going to have the life that I want to have. We got that Eight of Swords in the reverse. Our lead character is totally unstuck at this point. So where are they going? This is what I wanted this fourth deck to kind of be a reference on where is this character going. Our character is going Knight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in the reverse. Our lead character here, it's not even so much about where they're going, it's what they're welcoming in. They are welcoming in some kind of really exciting love affair. They're going to date someone that is different than what they used to date, for sure. They may also enjoy flirting more than they ever did. And yet, this is keeping the beginning of a relationship fun, seeing how it goes, exploring getting to know someone without immediately committing one's heart until we decide, do I want to start investing in this? This is also because our character is the shot caller now. If they are saying, I'm changing the dynamics, I'm willing to let someone come toward me, and I'm willing to let them show me that they want to work on stuff. And if I want to work on it too, we'll do this together. That Eight of Pentacles is like, I'm going to give my time and energy to things that actually genuinely make me happy. Because this is a little bit, I don't want to say selfish. It's not selfish to choose what we are interested in, right? It's what we're supposed to do. But it's more like, I'm going to put my time and energy on things that feel satisfying to me. And I'm going to allow more things to come my way. I almost feel like our character might have been, they needed to get to this point where they were ready to allow something else in their life. I feel, this is a singles reading, and I feel like this is for somebody who's been single for a while, who's been sifting through all these thoughts. They've been revamping their, I'm going to say, their mindset. They've been changing their mindset in multiple areas of their life because this is a new them. They're operating out of a totally different behavior than what they used to. And there is a certain amount of like, I want to love my life. I want to be passionate. I want to have fun. Yes, I'll still work hard for the things that I really want, but I still say this person's going to be more discerning. And with that Seven of Wands in the reverse, this person is also alleviating a sense of guilt. I feel like we've been dealing with a lead character who has, I don't want to say they were somebody's doormat, but I do think that our lead character, because of the changes we've seen them go through, I do think that they were like a character here who was maybe, they kept getting less than what they deserved in life in a lot of ways. Maybe they were also always finding themselves subjected to people that kind of like needled them and even like friends, colleagues, people that would like razz them for whatever they're going to do. And it's like, you know what? I'm kind of done having people around me that think they can kind of talk down to me or talk at me instead of like, take me serious and be respectful in relationships. I don't think that I want to be primed for relationships where I go, oh yeah, of course someone won't open up. I keep meeting people that are not emotionally available. It's like, I feel like our character kind of got sick of that and said, I'm changing my life. I'm changing the things that I accept, because maybe some of this is that I need to demand better. I need to permit myself to expect better. And if someone, it doesn't mean that people aren't still going to try to date me that are going to be emotionally unavailable or just be flirts and not put in effort. But the thing is, again, I'm good at discerning now. I can go, you're here to just flirt and you're not emotionally available. Out you go. I'm not here to make your day good. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to be your puppet. Be gone. Go work on yourself. And I don't know that our character necessarily would have done that before, but they are now. And they're doing it without the guilt. And they're doing it without feeling like, oh God, I got to think about this. Is this the right thing to do? I don't want to judge somebody too harsh. It's more like, look, I hold other people to the same standard I hold myself to, which is, if you want something, work for it. Sure, we start out flirty and fun, but if you want to be with me, what effort are you putting in? That's all I expect. I expect you to show me that I'm as important to you as you are to me. And bit by bit, we both, we give each other the same sense of worth and value. It's that simple. It's about equal exchange. And it suddenly has become easy. It's not something that I feel like I have to defend myself against or defend my thoughts about this. None of this is anything that I need to overthink or worry that I'm being too harsh or too this or too that. I'm just living life according to, like, it's very basic. It's like, I want to be around people that treat me with the same respect I'd give to them. This is a Queen of Swords. Doesn't matter if they're masculine or feminine. It's still somebody straightforward. It's somebody who says what they mean. I have no problem ending things that don't work for me. I have no problem expecting better for myself and expecting better out of individuals. And I really feel like hitting this point where it's like, wow, I really went through something so hard and I had no one to help me and I had to reinvent myself from absolutely nothing. I feel like somehow that is where this person has made that decision inside of themselves that says, you know what, not only am I strong, but I also have a right, because nobody helped me get where I am today. So I have a right to not be spoken down to. I have a right to be respected. It's a little like that. Like, this person always deserved to be respected, but I don't know that they would have inside themselves really said that and stood up for themselves in quite that same level. It's almost like they had to know that they deserve to be treated well because of what they had to go through on their own. So in a weird way, the wounds, the scars, the dying 1,000 times, the things that we've seen this character go through, it is almost how this person got to the point where they go, yeah, I'm going to have better because I deserve better. And I'm going to expect other people to they don't have to be better than me or a hero. They don't have to come in and save me, but they do have to be people who've worked on themselves just like I had to. I'm compassionate that other people are wounded, but you know what? I was wounded too. You know what? I went through hell too, but I'm being nice and I'm not expecting anybody to be, like, more put together than I am, but I'm also not going to allow people to take from me or sink my ship just because they haven't done the work on themselves. So I feel like this person has a good sense of, how do I want to say it? Reasonable expectations. That's the way I would describe this. Even though this is, I'm speaking about this character the way a Queen of Swords is like, it's not always nice, but it is like, if we want to hold ourselves accountable and others as well, there is something motivating about truth and about expectations. It's like, I'm sure everyone's been through hurt. I have too. And you know what? We are here to help each other out, but we're not here to give each other total piggyback rides and free passes that enables them to never change and never develop. So if somebody doesn't want to develop and change, they ain't my problem. They got to do their own work. Like, that's kind of the attitude of this Queen of Swords. It's not rude. It's not aggressive. It simply is factual. Like, you got to do what you got to do, just like I did. So that's what I have on this one. I hope that doesn't sound rude. I don't know. I feel like I've been like super sassy in this one. Diana, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you guys all for being here and hanging out with me. You guys are so fun and so awesome. And I love the thoughts that you share about, the characters and stuff. I totally invite you guys, if you hate these characters, if you love these characters, totally, like, tell me in the dialogue. Tell me what you think of them, because we all see things through different perspectives. I can only tell the stories out of the cards that I see. Otherwise, it's just me giving opinions, and, I try not to do that. But when I do that, that's when I call myself Sassy Kate. And you guys know that. I make the announcements when I do that. But I did really love this character that we just were talking about, because I feel like there was such a sense of power in this character, who I know I didn't go into great detail about, what happened to them, but their first card was a card of pain. And I feel like this is a person who went through hell and back, and they have come out a really honest, really down-to-earth person is kind of the character that we described. So I don't know. I thought they were pretty inspirational. But yes, Maverick Ranger, tough love. That totally sums up that Queen of Swords in 2 words, right? Margie, you like the character too. So did I. I thought this one was fun. Oh, Sherry, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this one. Yeah, I have so much fun telling these stories. Thank you, everybody. and for hanging out and sharing your thoughts, especially with the whole collective. Like it's really nice when we get to hang out together and share thoughts. It makes the world a friendlier place, is how I feel. You guys are so fun. I'm so glad you popped by, Shelly. Support the live crew. I know I decided to do this live tonight. Hey, Ryan in Wisconsin. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Sophie 1927. I am delighted that you made it to the live. That's awesome. Hey, Trevor. Thanks for popping by. Norma C. Chop, chop. That's really nicely said, Ryan. You earned your wings and it's about time you used them. Awesome. Good for you. Jessica Rios. Hi, sweetheart. Dr. J, hello. Yes, it is the hero's journey, and she's coming out of the abyss reborn. Really well said, Dr. J. That's beautiful. Yeah, coming out of the abyss. You said it better than I, my dear. Tousled Tails LLC, I haven't said hi to you in a hot minute. Lots of love to you too, honey. Pimp C Reincarnate. Hey, you and Ryan are both hanging out in Wisconsin tonight. Hi, Blaze. Nancy 423. Hello, you were the first in the house. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Van Panna. All right, you guys. I'm still going to go ahead and put out a couple of the other videos tonight for the different zodiac signs, okay? So I'm going to pop on over there and I will send you guys, or I will post today's topic for the 24th at midnight, the way it's supposed to be done, okay? Oh, 69 Fabulosity. Aries is actually, well, I can hear him snoring. He's just on the other side of my screen. He was protecting us in the very beginning of this reading, but this one ran pretty long, 31 minutes. He got sleepy. So, oh, Kathleen Rose, thank you, sweetheart. Well, then what a beautiful comeback story for you. You're saying that you like the story because it's your real life. I am so glad that you've reinvented yourself, because this was an amazing character who totally has this beautiful life coming up. So that's beautiful. Angela in Wisconsin also. Do you know, it's so funny. I've never been to Wisconsin, but every person I have ever met from Wisconsin was like the nicest person ever. And I mean, I could say that about a lot of places that I either have visited or states, but I just think it's interesting that I have always encountered like the nicest people. And it turns out they're all Wisconsinites. And I'm like, what's in the water out there? You guys are awesome. Margie, my pleasure. Dr. J. Young, cheese makes everyone happy. Wisconsin is known for their cheese, huh? Yeah. Well done, Wisconsin. Where are you guys, like, have you found particular like places that you just loved that you're like, oh my God, the people are so great? Greece is like that for me also. I love Greece and Sicily. The Sicilians were amazing. Gosh, it seems like most places that I visit, I tend to have some really amazing experiences. I almost never, I mean, there's like isolated road rage incidences or something when you travel or whatever, but for the most part, I always feel like they're just wonderful people all over. You just have to bump into them and meet them. Oh, Patricia, very nice. Your dad is from Wisconsin. That's so cool. Jennifer, Austin, Texas. Again, I've never been to Texas, and I've known I think I've only known like 2 Texans. I love the drawl, and I want to try your guys' barbecue. I hear Texas has got the most amazing barbecue. Oh, Margie, Ireland. Yes, I've heard that the Irish are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was watching, what is that show? Outlander. And wait, they're Scottish, aren't they? They're Scottish. Anyway, it made me want to go to Scotland, Ireland, Wales, just kind of everywhere around there, because I'm like, oh, how could you not? What an amazing show. Oh, Philly. Oh, and California. Yes. Now I know California well. Yeah, California is awesome. It feels like a party in California. Maverick Ranger, you're so right. Yeah, so true. Yeah. People attract like people, you wind up having just fun times, if you're out there making eye contact. It's amazing how people want to chit chat. Yeah, middle America in general. Don't I feel so bad that I've never seen middle of the United States. I'm primarily a West Coaster. So I've seen more outside of the US than I have the rest of the US. I'm pretty much all West Coast for me. So there's so much I need to still see. Oh, look, Sue Maverick from Australia. Very nice. Very nice, you guys. Oh, Dr. J. Yes, the Grecian guys were very friendly. I adore just like the conversation that happens when I've been in Greece. There's always like sit for hours and you just chit chat, and it's such fun philosophical conversation. I absolutely love it. All right, you guys, take care, everybody. I'm gonna pop on over and keep doing some zodiac reads at 69 Fabulosity. Libra will be up tomorrow. Okay, tonight I've got to do, I think, Pisces, Aquarius, and I can't remember. I'm doing at least two others still tonight, but I will do Libra will be first thing in the morning, and Virgo, and then I think Capricorn, and I think Gemini is tomorrow. Okay. All right, you guys, lots of love. I will take care of all of our beautiful zodiacs between tonight and tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.